Y'all tell you my stuff off. Oh, here you go. My bad, y'all. Um, have you heard the situation with Camron, Joe Budden, and Melyssa Ford? I don't know if you're familiar
Mm,
with Melyssa Ford, but she's a old video
I,
vixen. You know, used
I
to be in all the
know.
videos.
I
Mystical, Jada
know.
Kiss and them.
I
Yep.
know. She was in the Yeah video too.
But we just sitting here talking about this whole thing with Diddy and everything. Joe Budden them podcasts or whatever, you know, they talk about topics and certain things. Camron and Mase have a podcast, but it's not really even a podcast, it's a sports show. They talk about sports topics. Anyway, Camron and Mase was talking about some old shit. And Camron brought up a situation when him and Mase was in back in the day, even before they had record deals where they went to a whorehouse. And I don't know, whorehouse, you know, that's 90s shit, like way back in the day. But basically, he said they took a female from the whorehouse and they had a three-way with her. And he went into detail about certain shit. But anyway, Melyssa Ford brought this up on the Joe Budden podcast, and she basically was insinuating that what if Camron and Mase had underage girls in their whorehouse? And it was like, why? Who said anything about that? Who? Nobody was talking about. Nobody said anything about underage girl. But Killer, if you know Camron,
I'm just baffled. Like, ma'am, why? And if they did,
yes.
how were they supposed to know? You act like they went in there to save a hoe. They went in there to fuck a hoe that was of age. Right?
What I love about what Camron said was that nigga, this was the, if I'm not mistaken, he said early 90s. This was before they had deals. You know how old they were? He said we were underage.
Oh.
We weren't supposed to be in there. So you ain't hear all of that. And he didn't go into detail exactly saying they was underage, but he was still making it clear that it was before they got deals. They were still young. These niggas
Mm-hmm.
play basketball together and everything. But anyway, it was the whole fact that why would you insinuate that when nobody was saying anything about underage girls and anything like that in this climate that we in? And that's what Camron was saying.
Exactly. Like, don't.
Now,
Why you planting seeds like that, ma'am?
that's why I'm glad you're here, man, because just from a woman's point of view, and once again, she, the men that was on the podcast, Joe Budden them, they said, why would you say that? They came in like, why would you say that? You shouldn't be saying that, blah, blah, blah. And Camron them basically said, we gonna get at you, we gonna talk to you, we gonna come at you, blah, blah, blah. She apologized. Long story short, she did apologize. Camron them didn't
Okay.
accept apology though. That's the thing. Said, fuck your apology, basically. And rightfully so. You insinuated that we were underage girls in a climate where niggas are out here getting silver suits. Look at in the music industry right now, in hip hop in particular. So they basically said,
Yeah,
fuck your apology. Now you got pretty much Camron and Joe Budden going at each other. But now you got Melyssa in the middle with this woman who kind of insinuated this thing. Now you got these men going at each other now. Because Camron basically saying, yo, why didn't y'all edit that out? Because this is something that was pre-recorded. And that's true. Joe Budden, y'all could have edited that out. And Joe Budden pretty much said that he asked Melyssa, did you want to keep this in? And she said, yeah, I'm going to stand on this. So all y'all got to stand on that now. And now he got Camron pretty much saying, fuck all y'all washed up, y'all podcast trash and all of that. And you got Joe Budden there pretty much saying, we standing with Melyssa Ford, y'all goofy, this and the third, blah, blah, blah. Joe
but
Budden
Joe don't want
podcast is wrong.
nobody. Joe Budden don't want nobody to bring up the fact that he jacked off his dog.
You know what? I'm glad you say something like that. What about the accusations towards him? What about people, all the women, Tahiri or whoever he used to go with, bringing up accusations about him beating on her and all of that shit?
Mm-hmm. Sir, because
It's
I
like
didn't
fairy
seen.
tales, nigga. These are shit that people done had rumors about you for years now.
Yep. Like he literally said that he did that though, and I'm just like, gross. Why would you say that? Anyway. That's just like
What if you had somebody said, "Oh, after hearing Melyssa Ford's story, I think I had something that happened to me."
mm-hmm.
I'm basically saying though they was
Man.
wrong. They are wrong, and even standing behind her as far as after Camron said what he said, y'all should have just been like, you know what? Let them get their shit off. They deserve to get their shit off. You was wrong with what you said. Let's just go ahead and move forward with our content and what we doing. Now y'all sounding like they would just want to go back and forth and pretty much want to stand behind what she said because Camron said I might sue defamation of character. I feel like I might want to sue.
I mean, he got all the right to. Cause the fuck? Why would you even say that? Why? 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 Why?
And once again, Camron and them talk about sports. They don't even talk about like the shit we talk about, like hip hop topics and stuff like that. So even you bringing them up on the Joe Budden podcast was unnecessary. Y'all weren't talking about sports. So shout out to Killer and Mace because yeah, they was wrong. They was wrong and she wrong. And people on her head, people, man, ain't nobody like, no, y'all wrong. Y'all sound crazy to insinuate anything with underage girl that's wrong. No. But y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this as far as the pod wars that we might be getting as far as Joe Budden podcast. And it is what it is with Camron and Mace. And let me know how y'all feel as far as the whole thing with Melyssa Ford even bringing that subject up. And whose side y'all feel like y'all on, and who y'all feel like is right or wrong between Camron and Joe Budden. Joe Budden is wrong as far as my opinion.